with a slip knot. Sorry. And then I'm going to chain 10. Like that. And then I'm going to add 2 more chains. And then I'm going to skip 2 into the third one. I'm going to make a double crochet. Make double crochets up to the end of your row. By making this, we're going to be making a ribbed double crochet, whatever that's going to be for your waist. This is what it's going to be looking like. And then you're going to chain 2, turn your work so into the back loop. That's where we're going to be making our double crochets, into the back loop. That's going to create the ribbed effect. So throughout all these rows, you're going to keep repeating that until you have the number of rows that you desire that's going to be equal to your waist into the back loop. I've made 19 rows, so now I'm going to join them. The first here, I'm going to join them using a slip stitch. You can do that and then I'll meet you back. Now that I've made that, I'm going to start with a line of, okay, let me turn it inside out. I'm going to start a line of single crochet all around. So I'm going to chain 1, and then into this I'm going to make a single crochet. So you're going to just put your yarn wherever it fits, and then just make single crochets all around. The first single crochet that I made, and just pull and then chain 1. I'm going to cut my yarn, and then I'm going to change the yarn that I'm using. So now I'm going to be using the brown one. Sorry. Then I'm going to chain 2, and then I'm going to make a double crochet into the next stitch. In this whole row, I'm going to be repeating double crochet. Sorry. slip stitch it into the first chain that we made here. For the next row, you're going to chain 2, and then into the same stitch you're going to make a double crochet, and then in the next you're going to be making 2 double crochet. This row is all about DC increase. So for every previous DC, you're going to be making 2 double crochets in the same chain. That way we can start on the part that's about to make the ruffles. So this is how it's going to be looking like once the ruffles start to form. So in our next row, we are going to be making a row of normal double crochet, no increase. So I'm going to chain 2 and then continue with double crochet. So for this row and the next one, you're going to be making normal double crochets, no increase. This is how it's going to be looking like. So now I'm going to change my yarn and into this chain. I'm going to chain 2 and then into the same stitch I'm going to make extra 3 double crochets. And then into the next I'm going to make 1 single crochet. So I'm going to repeat this pattern, which is 4 double crochets in the same stitch. And then in the next one, a single crochet. 4 double crochets and then 1 single crochet. Sorry. Do that all around, and then when you reach at the end, make a slip stitch and then cut your yarn, because I'm going to change the color again. Sorry.
I'm gonna pay for it. Everybody.
This is how it's going to be looking. This is how it's going to be looking like. So I told you once I finish this, I'm going to change my yarn. So you're going to attach your hook at the highest point in the 4 DC clusters that you are making. So mine is here. And then I'm going to chain 5, 2, 3, 4, 5 chains. And then into the next cluster, I'm going to make a single crochet. And then chain 5 again. 2, 3, 4, 5. Into the next one, you're going to make, 5, you're going to make a single crochet. It's going to be looking like, and then chain 5 into the next one, a single crochet. Repeat this up to the end of the row. So this is how it's ended up looking. So now I'm going to make the next layer. So I'm not going to continue from here. I have to turn it inside, and then I'm going to attach my yarn here. I'm going to change the color. So, and then I'm going to chain 4 and then make a treble crochet, skip 1, and then into the next one you're going to make a treble, just like that. Chain 1 and then skip the next one into the other one. You're going, treble, skip 1 into the next. Why is it like this? Then make your treble and then chain 1, skip 1 into the next one. You're going to make your treble. So repeat this up to the end of the row, and then I'll meet you. For the next row, you're going to chain 2 and then make a double crochet in the next chain, and then I'm going to chain 1 and then into this next space I'm going to make a double crochet. Chain 1 into the next space, double crochet. So it's double crochet, chain 1, double crochet into the in between the treble crochets. Repeat this up to the end of the row and then make a slip stitch. This is what it's looking like. So now I'm going to chain 2 and then start with no more double crochets all around. You're going to make these double crochets for this row and the next row, and then I'll meet you again. Now that we are at the same length as the ruffles, so now we're going to start this process all over again. So first we're going to start with a double crochet increase row. It's like how we did the previous one. So I'm going to chain 2 and then into the next stitch I'm going to make a double crochet increase, and then into the next stitch double crochet increase. So you're going to repeat this for the entire row. After you finish the row of double crochet increases, you're going to chain 2, and then in this next row you're going to be making no more double crochets, no increases for the next 2 rows. So for this row and the next one you're going to make double crochets. So once I already made this, I saw that these ruffles are a bit smaller, so I'm going to add a bit on them. I'm going to attach my yarn and then chain 2 and then make 3 double, add 2 double crochets into the same space. And then I'm going to the next one and make 3 double crochets. Make this for the whole row. And then make a slip stitch into the first chain like that, and then chain 1 and cut your yarn. That's much better. So now we're going to work on this one, on the other ruffle. I'm going to chain 4, 2, 3, 4, and then I'm going to skip 2 into the third one. I'm going to make a single crochet and then chain 4, skip 2, and then make a single crochet. I'm going to repeat this for the entire row. For the other row, we are still going to continue the same. 4 chains into the next one, make a single crochet, 4 chains, single crochet in the next chain. That's how the row is looking, sorry. So now I'm going to change my yarn back to green and start on another one of the ruffles. My hands are hurting, so I'm going to be making 4 single crochets, 2, 3, 4, and then into the next space 4 single crochets, and then I go to the next 4, 3, 4, and then here also. So I'm going to be repeating 4 single crochet for every of the 4 chains that I made. And then make a slip stitch, chain 1 and cut your yarn. So now for another row, you're just going to go under here like the previous one, the way we did, and then start with a treble, and then a double crochet, and then no more double crochets, and increase double crochet, but we're not going to make the ruffles. So let's do that, and then I'll meet you right back when you're done. So this is how it ended up, and this is my last row here. So I made the treble crochet, then the single crochet, no more double crochet, and then the double crochet increase. So I'm going to finish with the normal row of double crochet. So you can make yours as you want it. So this really took me a long time I ended up making, this is the second day. Yesterday I was pretty tired, I couldn't make it at night. So you can continue with this, and if you want, you can add another layer of double crochet and then finish it off. And you can make decorations if you wish so. So this is the full coquette skirt that I made. Just some ruffles. You can continue with the layers depending on how long you want your skirt. For me, I wanted to make it as short as possible, but it's not for me. I'm going to gift someone with that. So I hope you enjoyed the tutorial, and I'll see you next time. Bye.